Hello followers and welcome back to Feed the Beast, and you may be wondering why we are on the Create New World screen once again, because if you are not new to my channel then you will know that I put out a Feed the Beast video about a week ago now, and I started my series then. Well, I mulled over a lot of my options from that world, and I was thinking about it a lot, and I looked at various different options, and I want to start a new world just based on the fact that I didn't like my current world particularly. It wasn't conducive to getting things done, honestly. I didn't like the biome we were in, things like that, so I'm going to reboot the series along with a new intro, new outro, and tweaked thumbnail. So it's going to be pretty much the same as it was before. We haven't changed mod packs or anything like that. We still have all the mods enabled, things along those lines, but I am just going to reboot the world. So that first episode that was already live is going to be replaced by this one. I'm just going to create a new world here, and we'll get started. And as we get started, I'm going to explain a little bit more about how this series is going to run compared to my other series that are currently on my channel. So we're here in a world, so we've got lots of update news and whatnot because we are playing on Minecraft version 1.5.2. This is the Feed the Beast Unleashed version 1.1.3 mod pack, so if you want to download that, then you will be able to play. There will be a seed in the description so that you can get my exact world. I may offer the world download, but I have a feeling that it's going to be particularly large in order to do that. So I'm not 100% sure yet as to whether I will be able to offer the world download or not. But I will try to, and I'll probably get back to you on that in the next episode. So we're right here, and we have this world, and it's just kind of generating out a little bit at the moment, so we're having a little bit of lag, but nothing too bad. I can run it pretty well. So we'll just take a look, and things are not set up apparently. We want to change this to recipe mode. Because we don't want to spawn in items. This is going to be a pure survival playthrough. And how are we doing on achievements? So we've taken our inventory, but we need to get wood next. Okay, so we'll explore all of this a little bit later. I have all the possible mods installed. I believe it's something like 125 mods in this mod pack, so there's lots to check out. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to do this series, because some of the stuff that this mod pack adds really interests me, so I really want to check it out and see what I can do. Now, having said that, I have barely ever played any Feed the Beast before. I played maybe an hour of the Ultimate Pack, and I also played one episode's worth, obviously on the old world, but that's it. I have played nothing more of Feed the Beast, so I know basically next to nothing about any of the mods in this mod pack, so I'm going to be figuring things out, and that's going to be kind of the aim of this series, really, for me to enjoy figuring things out, because in vanilla I know a lot of the stuff in vanilla, really. I know how things work and things like that, so what we're going to try and do is kind of discover and learn, and hopefully you will be interested in that. I'm going to try and do it in a style that's not necessarily a tutorial, but from watching my episodes, you will probably learn how things are done, but it's not going to be a tutorial series or anything like that. This is a Let's Play. So, yeah, that's kind of a basic rundown to how the series is going to run. Now, obviously, there are probably going to be times throughout the series when I'm going to get stuck, or I'm not 100% sure what it is I have to do, and I'll probably ask for help. And there's a number of ways you can get involved and help me out. And that is, you can either reply to the forum post that I have on the Feed the Beast website. And by the way, if you don't have Feed the Beast, you will want to check it out at the link in the description, feedthebeast.com. And there's going to be a link down to my post on the Feed the Beast forums, where you can reply there, or you can use YouTube comments, you could tweet me on Twitter. Any of those will work if I'm asking questions about how things work. So that's a great way to kind of get in touch and get involved with this series. If you guys have ideas of what you want to see me do with this mod pack, then let me know, because I really don't know where to start, honestly. So yeah, I guess we've got a bunch of wood together, so I think now we need to start and get the basics going. We need to get a workbench, and we need to start make some tools, find some coal, Basically, the normal Minecraft stuff. We're not into Feed the Beast stuff too much yet, but we obviously need to get things kind of rolling first before we can get into that. So we'll get a pickaxe going. I'm not going to mess with that for right now. I just want to get my tools and equipment. We'll probably take a look at that in a little more detail a little later. That should be fine for right now. So I'm going to pick up my workbench, and I'm going to see if I can spot some coal. I did see a cave over here, and it did have some ore in it, but it wasn't coal. So yeah, that's the way that you can get involved with this series if you want to, or if you just want to watch. Then I hope that you enjoy, and I'm really looking forward to it. So we are currently in a thick shrubland biome. Is that some coal over there? Yes, it is. So we're going to head over there and collect some coal. Now, I have done a little bit of research here and there, and I have a friend from the server who many of you will know because I played with him a couple of times, the Red Serenity, and he is an expert at Feed the Beast as far as I can tell, certainly compared to my knowledge. So he's given me a little bit of advice as to where to start, and that is to start with build craft and industrial craft. If there are any particular mods that you think that I should start looking at pretty quickly, then let me know, because that's one thing I don't 100% know yet as to where to start or things like that. So we've got 3 bits of stone. I don't know what that is right there. We'll mess with that later. I think I saw some of that over here actually. I'm also getting hungry, which is not good. I wonder if sheep actually drop food in this. I don't know if they do or not, but I am going to need 3 wool for a bed anyway, so... Oh, look at that, they do. They drop a lamb chop. Now, that's interesting. They drop 1 each, it seems. So this is the hats mod. I have the hats mod installed. I don't know what it does or how it works, but I just thought we'd install that because why not? Every mod that I can possibly install is. So I'm going to get myself some more lamb chops here. There's plenty of sheep around, and I can always breed some more up later. I want to see if you can get anything from these. I don't know if you can or not. Oh, you can get seeds. We've got cotton seeds, a great source of string and wool. We've got some barley seeds. So we'll collect some seeds here, and we'll probably get a basic farm going. Let's see. Got plenty of each one of these things. That is a bluebell, and you can turn it into blue dye. So I'm guessing that there is a blue dye item which kind of does the same function as lapis, but it wouldn't make much sense to have a flower turn into lapis. So yeah, let's get started. Let's get underground. We've got a lot of the tools and equipment we're going to need initially, and I see some ores and things that we could probably grab from right here. And that's pretty much all I can say as regards introductions to things. See a little bit of iron here, some stone and some coal, so we'll grab that. Now, I'm going to mess around with that minimap in the top right corner in a little while, because you can get it to display monsters and things like that. So we'll probably look into doing that fairly soon. But for right now, I just want to get the basic equipment set up. So the aim for today's video is going to be just to kind of get the basics out of the way, get underground, get some ores, and we'll probably go from there, honestly. As I say, I don't know too much about what I need to be doing right now, but if it is kind of starting out with buildcraft, then I am going to need some resources, and in order to do that, I'm going to have to go mining, probably get some basic farms set up, things of that nature, so we'll probably look into doing that in today's episode. So I want to get enough cobblestone together for a furnace so that I can cook up these lamb chops, and I also want to make a stone pick. So we'll get that there, put those in there, and we will make ourselves a stone pickaxe. That's better. Getting all the achievements today, and I also want to make a bed. That's really important. So we'll get a bed, and I'm going to put the bed down. And if you hear any background rumbling, I sincerely apologize for that. The boiler is on the blink, as I mentioned in my LP series, so I'm having some issues with that. and it does make some background noise from time to time. Hopefully it will get fixed soon. Just started to go into mining this. I don't know what it is. Copper. Okay. So this stuff is copper. You can mine it with stone. So I'm guessing we're going to need to use a lot of copper. I'm imagining it's pretty common if it's available this high up. I've seen some over there as well. I'm not going to collect that just yet though. I must say I quite like the spawn, honestly. I've got some oak, so maybe we should get some trees down if we can. And start growing some more wood. I don't know what that is, and I'm not going to mess with that right now. It has different wood to what I'm used to. So we'll get those lamb chops, and I guess the next thing to do is probably try and find that zombie that we heard. Get a bit deeper underground. I don't think there's too much we can do up here, honestly. Lamb chop there, and we'll get some more torches made up pretty quickly. I'm going to need some more wood. That's the only thing, really, that I'm going to need is a bit more wood. So why don't we make ourselves an axe? Well, I'm going to need some more cobble before I do that, so we will... Sounds like there's multiple zombies. Let's see. Dig for zombies. I think we're getting closer. Oh boy, yeah, we are. Oh, what are you, what are you, what are you? An angry zombie. I see the mod up there in the corner, and it says it's an angry zombie. Oh, it's another angry zombie. An angry zombie villager. Oof. Some more iron. I've got a zombie brain. Alright. Was not expecting that, honestly. Not much of a cave, which is kind of disappointing. But I will collect this iron. Getting iron tools will be really handy, I feel. So I wonder what those angry zombies are for. I've not messed too much with those yet. I don't even know what mod they're from. Can we get this stuff? No. I'm guessing that if it doesn't mine in any reasonable time frame, you can't get it. I don't imagine too many things will be like obsidian. So put that zombie brain away. I am going to need another sword pretty soon, but that's fine. So let's get to doing some more mining. There we go. And we'll 23 iron ore, and it is getting towards night time, so I'm gonna jump in the bed real quick, and then I'm gonna get some iron cooking up in here. So I'm gonna put that away, and a 1624. That'll do. I mean, it's 23, but it's not a big deal to me right now. So the next thing I need to do is get myself a stone sword going. And I also want to make myself a stone axe. Like so. And I'm going to chop down some wood. Probably going to need to get a chest going fairly soon as well. I'm going to make a bucket and collect some water. And we'll probably start and get some farms going. I keep saying going a lot, and I'm worried it's becoming my go-to word. What is that? A blue slime. Oh, I remember these guys. Yes. Ooh. Shard of minium and gelatinous slime. Some flesh there. It'd be nice to get some bones if a skeleton burned up here. But it doesn't look like it, unfortunately. So why don't we go and cut down one of these big trees? That should keep us going for a little while. Now, one thing I have been told to investigate pretty early on is bees and beehives. So we may look into that actually next episode as well, depending on how long we've got. I'm still thinking about doing Feed the Beast once a week right now, until I get kind of established and get things worked out a little bit better. But I know that bees is one thing that I need to look at. And one thing that I did neglect to mention earlier is that if you know of anybody who produces videos or produces tutorials, things like that, that might be able to help me, then please do let me know in one of the media forms I said earlier, either Twitter or the forum posts or even in YouTube comments, just let me know and I'll check them out. I already know of Direwolf20. I think nearly everybody who plays Feed the Beast will have watched him at some point, and I know that he does some very, very useful stuff. And along with that, there is also Generic Bee to watch about bees, the Bee Academy thing. I'm going to probably sit down and check that out to try and find out a little bit about bees and bee breeding, things like that. But the thing I want to kind of avoid with this series is like spoilers, so particularly if I ask a question, just give me some hints as to how to resolve the problem. Don't give me a full-blown solution, because then it kind of, for me at least, it detracts from the fun. And the reason I say that is just, to me, it means that then I've not discovered it all on my own, which is what I want to do with this series. So, yeah. Let's go and check out over here. We are in a Biomes O Plenty world, by the way, if I don't think I already mentioned that. I noticed these over here, wild carrots. I wonder what you can do with those. We'll find out probably shortly. I'm going to get a bunch. And I'm looking for a nice big tree to chop down and get plenty of wood. Some more coal there, which I could probably get, but I'm not going to. I don't have any dirt on me, which could prove to be a problem. I'm looking for a decent sized tree to cut down. I want to try and find a 2x2 if I can. I did see one, but that had a beehive in it, and I don't want to I don't want to mess with that. I don't want to disturb the bees if I can help it for right now. That may not happen. I don't know, because I haven't played with bees at all yet, so just have to kind of wait on that. Ooh, we've got a different type of wood up here. This looks different. Wonder what type of wood this is. Let's knock down some of this. What type of wood is this? Willow. Okay. So I'll probably pick up some willow saplings, and we'll get some willow trees going. And it can produce planks. It's universal, so that's good. Probably take a look at that in a little while. But for right now, I do want to get into this tree and do some wood chopping, and then we'll probably head back. How tall is this tree? Pretty tall. So we're going to try and head up as much as possible for right now. And I'm going to do a 2x2 cutting system, similar to how I do the Mega Tiger trees in 1.7. Or the jungle trees, it works for that too. So this is dropping oak, which is fine. That's perfectly fine. I can use oak. I quite like oak wood anyway, so it's all good. Man, how tall is this tree? Surely we're near the top now. My goodness. Not quite, and I apparently somehow managed to screw this up as well. Jeez, this is a tall tree. Won't have to worry about wood too much. I think that that's the top layer right there. Yeah. There we go. So we will continue to chop down this tree, and hopefully we'll collect all the wood. So what I want to know is this going to drop? It does drop oak, so you can't regrow these trees, sadly. At least I don't think. Maybe you could if you put them in a 2x2 fashion. We'll have to mess with that and see if we can replicate these trees. But I don't think you can, because they don't have a unique sapling. See how we're doing. I think we've almost cut this down. We've got over a stack of wood, so that should keep us going for a while. Let's see. How far? Oh, not too far now. There we go. There we are. And I'm thinking now I want to see if I can get some of those willows. Nice. So we've got a couple of willow saplings, so we can start our own willow population. Back at our base. Alright, so there's some cows there. We could do with killing a couple of those, getting some beef going. Could have one of the hats on. I don't know how you access the hats mod stuff, honestly. We'll have to mess around with that a little bit later. So let's head over here, and I'm going to venture back down to where my little pit was, which is near where these oak trees are. And hopefully now my iron should have finished, so we can start and get ourselves a bucket. Yes, it has. We've got hardware. I'll kind of move this stuff down a little bit. And where do we want to set up camp? Maybe right there. Kind of carve this area out just a little bit. And let's get ourselves our furnace down, workbench, and I'm also going to whip up a quick chest. There we are. And I'm going to start and put the things that we don't need right now away. Got another 26 ore. Got a lot of iron very quickly, I have to say. So we'll get that cooking up. And I'm going to convert this coal down into torches. And where do I want to move the bed? Kind of want to move the bed into this area right here. There. So we've got a bed going. Now then, where's my dirt? Do I even have any dirt? I have one block of dirt. So I'm going to get myself some more dirt, and I'm going to make myself a shovel in order to do that. Very menial stuff today, folks, I'm not going to lie, but it needs doing. And we will get ourselves a shovel. I'm going to get me some dirt. Anywhere will do. I'm going to probably start and dig a step mine pretty soon. Some more copper. I want to kind of make this base a little bit safer, because this is going to be our first base, I think, for right now. Until we go exploring and find somewhere more permanent to settle. But having said that, at the same time, the first sort of quest that I want to do with this series is actually get to the end and beat the Ender Dragon. So I don't want to go too far from spawn, which is one of the reasons why I ended up switching worlds as well, because it could have been thousands of blocks before I found something that I liked. But this seed seems to be a lot nicer, and we seem to be off to a good start, which is really important. So we've got some dirt now. I can start and patch up some of these holes. Kind of level things off a little bit. And I don't know what I'm going to do about this situation yet, honestly. I'm going to need more dirt, that's for sure. So we'll get some more dirt. Whoops. That opens up to the sky. It's not good. May go and do some dirt digging on the surface if I can. I only sleep at night, eh? I'm going to make a quick bucket. And let's jump in bed. And once we've got the farms going, before we end the episode off, we're probably going to mess around with a couple of the mods. This right here, the not enough items, which you have kept seeing every time I bring up my inventory screen. We'll probably take a quick look at that, and we'll also probably take a look at the minimap a little bit more. So, let me get myself that. There's chicken there, so I can get eggs, which is really important. May make a very basic chicken system using the hoppers in 1.5. Okay, so dirt. We need dirt. So where would be a good place to collect dirt from? So I have noticed this over here. This looks like a very volcanic biome. We'll probably explore that a little bit later. But for right now, I don't need it, honestly. I just need to get that base established. And then start thinking about doing some caving. And we may end up having to make that caving next episode, honestly, because of how long we have been kind of establishing ourselves here. Because even so, we still need to get farms going. We need to get the base kind of fixed up a little bit, so there's a little bit to do yet, honestly. So we may go caving next episode instead. And that should be plenty of dirt for right now to help us sort out this base area. Man, do I like that forest in the background, though. That looks really pretty, actually. I quite like that. So, as regards dealing with this, I'm gonna make myself a little staircase probably as well. There we are. Got a quick little base going. There's nothing too fancy in here yet. Just it's gonna be inside of a cave for right now, as I don't really have anything too much better to call home right now. And we'll work on that step mine as well. Alright, so the rest of that iron is finished cooking up, so I can put that away. And we've got some more copper, some more cobblestone. Put that iron away, those wild carrots, and we do have a bucket of water now, so we can actually start work on making some basic farms. I'm going to get another pickaxe going too. So we'll whip one of those up real quick. And where do I want to put the farm? We also need to build a door. That's one thing we didn't think of. Building a door. I'll get myself some wooden planks. There we go. Get ourselves a quick door going. Now I'm playing on normal, so the zombies can't kick the door down. I figured normal would be the best way to figure this stuff out without dying over and over again. I'm thinking I'm going to put the farm in this corner, because we don't really have too much going on right here. Now that there, I believe, is the inventory tweaks mod, where it automatically refills your hotbar. And I think we can actually take a look at inventory tweaks a little bit, because we have a chest. So we'll probably mess with that. So we're beginning to get this area carved out. I'm thinking, where do I want to put the water? I need to kind of carve this out a little more, I think. And I'm also out of torches again. So I'm going to need to make some more of those too. Got plenty of coal now, so that shouldn't be a worry. There we are. And I'm going to make 32. That should be plenty. There we are. And I'm going to continue to dig all the way a little bit further back. Because I know that water will spread in farmland anyway 4 blocks away from the source. So I kind of want to take advantage of that early on. If I put the water source there, 4 blocks is going to come out to here. So it's not invading the area too much. Let's see. This is going to be 4 blocks right here. This is going to be the outer boundary. I'm going to replace that with cobblestone just so I know. Yeah, that's not too bad. So put that water in there, and I'm going to replace some of this with dirt. I'm going to expand this farm a little bit over time because it's not too interesting to watch. So I'll probably work on this an incy bit off camera. It's kind of getting established. So there's that. Go, and I'm going to start and carve this out a little more. I'm going to make a hoe in a moment, and we'll get some of these different seeds in. Wheat, barley, and I believe you've got cotton as well, so we'll be able to take advantage of that, and we'll be able to start and get a supply of wheat and barley and cotton going. I don't know what all of those are used for yet, but no doubt it will be handy in time. So, let me get my seeds. Oh, and also these wild carrots too. We have those to kind of mess with a little bit. And we'll whip this up. I do want an infinite spring too, so we'll have to get that ready. So much to do early on. I love this freshly generated world feeling. So much to do and so much to explore, particularly with Feed the Beast as well. So I'm thinking that this area right here I'm gonna use for right now. Just gonna mine this little bit out. I still do have my shovel, I thought so. I didn't think it had broke. We don't need the axe right now, so let's take that off. It's not very pretty, but it's functional, and that's what matters at the moment. Did I get the time to farm achievement? I don't remember if I did or not. What am I doing? There we go. Prettified it a little bit. So wild carrots, you can't plant those. Can you plant them in dirt or grass? No, so you can't do anything with those. Can you craft them into anything? Doesn't look like it, so we can't use those for anything. So we'll get our barley, and we'll get our cotton, and we'll get our seeds. So we'll get this sort of kind of going here. I also want to get access to carrots and potatoes fairly soon. So hopefully we'll be able to run into a zombie that drops them, or maybe an NPC village, that kind of thing. So next on the agenda is to get myself an infinite spring, and right here looks like a good spot to get an infinite spring going. Hey, more iron. Won't complain at that. I think ore generation is naturally larger in Feed the Beast because I have way more iron than I would have in vanilla. Or maybe I'm just getting lucky. I don't know. Let's get this here. That's all the iron for this section. There we are. And we can get our bucket ready and we'll get our infinite spring going. Is it night time? Nah. Not quite yet. I'm only going to make one bucket for right now because I'm not going to waste my iron. So let me get this in here. And let me get this. And I'm getting hungry again, but that's fine. There we go, got an infinite spring. Got a little bit more iron that we can cook up. So, whoa, I don't know what that was right there. Alright, so while that's cooking up, we've kind of got everything established here, so why don't we take a look at some of the mods now, before we end the episode off. So let's take a look at the minimap first. So I believe the equals key brings up the menu for this. So you can display the coordinates on or off, you can hide it, you can choose its location, Old North, I don't know what that is, I see the map changing a little bit, regular size, or you can make it larger or smaller, you can make it square or rounded, I don't know what that was on before, I think it was off. You can choose in-game waypoints, and we'll probably take a look at that actually. Enable cave mode, so you can see caves, a radar, show hostiles, show neutrals, show mob helmets, I don't know what, oh, outlines, icon filtering, player helmets, show players. Okay, so we've kind of switched on some settings to see some mobs there. This is what the radar is, by the way. It just shows different mobs and things. These are all different settings to kind of customize what the map looks like, and the fact that it can show caves, where the location of it is, and that kind of thing. Display the coordinates. So controls, the equals brings the menu. The minus is the waypoint hotkey. The right bracket is the toggle full screen map. The left bracket is toggle mobs, and backslash is zoom. So details and performance. So this is all kind of performance tweaks, chunk grid, things like that, block transparency. So we're not going to mess with that stuff right now. So let's take a look at these waypoints right here. So they said the minus was for this, and it gives you coordinates automatically. You can choose a color out of a color palette. Look at that, that's pretty nice. Visible in this dimension, overworld and the nether. We wouldn't want it visible in the nether. Or the end, enabled on or off. And you can name waypoints. I think I preferred the menu way of doing it though. Waypoints, new waypoint. Oh, it just brings you back to this screen. I've never made one before, so we'll use that color for right now, and I'm gonna call this Frets FTB headquarters, and I'll click done, and it shows up in a color. And now if I go back to the game, you'll see that Frets Feed the Beast headquarters is now a waypoint in my world. So no matter how far I am away, I will see that on the screen and where it is. So I can use this to mark off structures and things of that nature if I so desire. Now I don't like the beam too much, so let's get rid of that. And I believe in-game waypoints, we don't want the beacons, we just want the sign. So we've got a nice sign here showing where my HQ is for our first base. Let's take a look at what else this thing can do. Let's try what the backslash does. Oh, that zooms in the map. Alright. Oops. Right bracket will toggle the full screen map. So I'm guessing that this is... Ah, okay. And I can walk around and I can see a large version of the map. And that left bracket will toggle the mobs. Okay, so pretty useful mod. That's Ray's minimap, by the way, and you can see north up there. Pretty useful mod, all in all, I would say. Very handy. And you can see, obviously, the waypoint on the minimap as well, right there. So we're going to keep that for the time being. Obviously, I'm probably going to not keep using these all the time because they would kind of clutter the screen, honestly. So we probably... well, I guess, honestly, you could turn them off, I think. Let me see. Radar. Is it not in the radar? No, in-game waypoints. Oh, so you can turn them off. Now, if I turn it off, though, you can't see it. But then if I keep pressing that key when I'm going to push the equals, because I'm used to the ESC menu being where the controls are. If I put that back, oh, when it comes back, ooh, now then, that's pretty handy. So you could turn it off if you wanted to, if you were going to go caving or something, so I quite like that. So now that we took a look at that, I don't know what any of this stuff is, and I'm not going to mess with that right now. I thought we would take a little bit of a look at this mod right here. This is Not Enough Items, and this lists everything in this mod pack that I could possibly use. There's 134 pages of items, and each of these are all the different items in the game. So what you can do with this is I can click on an item, I don't know, let's see, what looks cool. The redstone engine, we'll click on that, and it will show you how to craft it. And you will see that it needs wooden planks, a piece of glass, a piston, and some gears. But maybe I don't know how to craft a wooden gear, so you can click on that and it will show you how to craft a wooden gear, which I find is pretty useful. Now, if I remember correctly, if you press U while hovering over an item, it will show you all of the different things that the wooden gear can be used for. So you can see here, shaped crafting. You can use it in all of these different things right here. Auto workbench, eh? Look at that. You might want to look into building one of those soon. I want to see what that does. It seems fairly simple to build. So yeah, let's take a look at the options for this. So these are global options, obviously enabled. The type of mode, recipe mode is what we are using. There are 3 modes: recipe mode, utility mode, and cheat mode. Cheat mode will give you items if you click on it. We don't want to use that because we're playing survival. And I'm not entirely sure what utility mode does, honestly. You can choose the layout, either the old too many items layout or the Minecraft layout. I'm playing with the Minecraft layout. You can show item IDs if you want to. Highlight tips, which is if I enable this and I look at something, it tells me what it is. So you'll see that in the top center there. I'm going to keep that turned off because it's a pain, honestly, and it would get distracting. Block IDs and settings. There's a bunch of things here which I'm not going to mess with. And there's a bunch of plugin options. And one thing I do want to know is how you get to this OR dictionary. I messed with this for a while and I couldn't get to it. So we'll have to try and find out that is. And show liquid dictionary names. I'm not sure what that is. And you can check tooltip options, plugins, and check for updates, things like that. And you can obviously pull up controls here. So R will show you the recipe to build an item. U will show you the usage of that item. You can press back to get to the previous recipe you were looking at. You can use X to view an enchantment. P for potion. Previous page and next pages are there. Hide and show is the O key. Chunk overlay and mob spawn overlay is sort of displays things in your world. And let's see what L does. Oh, I don't know what that is. Then that's something different. Let me see L on here. So this brings up recipe lists. So I can look through, let's say buildcraft. I can look at a refinery or an assembly table here, and you can do stuff with that. I'm not entirely sure how it works yet though. Liquid dictionary. Now then, maybe I've just answered my own question about the OR dictionary. If I turn this on, enable OR dictionary. If I press L, info list. No. I thought maybe I was going to get something there. Settings, fuel, tooltip. For developers, OR dictionary. Dark iron ingot. I don't know what this is, so I'm probably going to leave it alone, but well, at least I found out what the OR dictionary was now. So that's pretty cool. So let me press back. Let me see. I want to turn that off now. Okay, there we go. So that's kind of everything I can show you with not enough items. It's going to be very handy to work out how things are crafted, and what materials we need for different things further down the road. So that's all I can really show you with that right now. We'll take a quick look at inventory tweaks as well. So inventory tweaks is something that you will see in chests, and also in your window here. And what you can do is you can sort things. So this will just sort it by default. You can sort it in columns or in rows, or you can choose inventory settings. So the sort key is R by default. You can auto refill, which is what we saw earlier when my pickaxe broke. Shortcuts to move items around. Repair friendly refill, which replaces tools just before they break. That would be useful for enchanted items that you want to keep. Allows to sort using the middle click. You can use that, which is your mouse wheel. More options. You can enable the sound. Sort on pickup. Chest buttons to sort them. Server item movement. And you can also equip the best possible armor when sorting. And there's a bunch of other files and things that you can play around with to your heart's content, which I think is pretty cool. And you just get the same menu here. So the sort key is R by default, so you can hear that it's sorting my items. So that's pretty cool overall, honestly. I quite like that feature, and we'll probably be using that to organize my chests and just save a little bit of time, honestly, when dealing with items. So it is dark now. We're going to have to sleep, and hopefully there might be one or two skeletons around that I can pick up the bones from, so that I can get some bones going. Alright, so it's day again, and we'll take a peek outside, and hopefully there is a creeper right there, actually, right above us, so we're going to have to make sure we get away. Or maybe he's underground, I don't know. It looks as if he might be underground. Spiders would be good if we could run into a couple of those. They are really handy, because that will give me string for a bow. I've got 2 bits of string, so we're only now 1 bit of string away from having a bow. Will you drop me a piece of string, fine fellow? Of course you won't. That will be too easy. So that's kind of sad, but we're getting there. Maybe I can turn cotton into string. That would make sense. A shot of minium there. So there's a bunch of these blue slimes around, kind of everywhere. I'm not going to mess too much with this. Did it just randomly die? Okay. Strange. I wonder if you can turn wool into string. That would make sense too. Ooh, bones and arrows. Thank you. I'll take those. Let me take a look, actually. We're safe right here, right? Let's take a look. Let's do a search here for wool. And let's show the usages of wool. Make paintings, beds. Make the colours of wool. Ah, okay. I like that. It's like the hardened clay recipe. Looking for string. Looks like you can't make string from wool, sadly. Or maybe we should try and try the string and see how we can craft it. You can get 3 pieces of cotton will give you a piece of string. You can also get string from a macerator and bee produce. Okay, so we're going to need to harvest the cotton before we can get access to the 3rd bit of string. Is there any cotton fully grown yet? I think this is cotton right here. We have some bones. Maybe we can bone meal it. Yeah. Then you right click and you get cotton. That guy's not quite ready yet, it seems. So they're kind of probably blossoming out. So we need 3 bits of cotton, and I've only got 2. But maybe next episode I will have enough cotton so that we can get that last bit of string we need, and then I can build myself a bow, and that's going to be really handy to have access to. So yeah, I think that we've done enough for today's episode. Honestly, I think we've explored enough, and I will see you guys probably next week when we will resume, and we'll probably go caving and get some more resources. So off camera, just to give you an idea of what I'm going to work on, I'm probably going to work on the farms a little bit, get this area sort of finished off, and maybe collect some mob drops, that kind of thing, for mobs that have died. I'm probably not going to do any combat. I may sort out that stairwell a little bit too, but not too much more beyond that. So I hope that you have enjoyed this first episode of the Feed the Beast reboot, and I hope to see you next week when we will resume. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope that you've enjoyed, and as I say, if you want to get involved, then feel free to post either on my forum post, in the comments, or via Twitter. So until next time, guys, see you later and have a good day.